Still here on a Friday on Radio Row in Las Vegas. Super Bowl 58 coming up on Sunday. We are at the Mandalay Bay Convention Center and joined now by a man who has kind of become a staple of Radio Row over the last few years. He is the president of All Elite Wrestling, AEW. He is Tony Khan. Tony, thank you so much for joining us again.
Thanks for having me, Joe. I really enjoy doing this with you, and it's great to be visiting with the great fans in St. Louis. We had a great AEW Collision show in St. Louis very recently. It's a great wrestling town and a great town that's very near and dear to my heart, growing up not far away, spending a lot of time in St. Louis, around St. Louis, growing up in Champaign, Illinois.
You guys have such a big monumental event coming up in a few weeks. The Revolution pay-per-view coming up in March. I wanted to talk a lot about Sting coming up. Yesterday I had Orange Cassidy on. I have Darby coming up in about an hour. In the world of professional wrestling, it seems like you can never make people happy. You know, the dirt sheets, the internet, they want to complain one way or another about the way something has been done or booked or anything like that. I can't think of a time in 3 years that anything negative has been said about the way Sting's run in AEW has gone. Right?
It's amazing. Sting's had the best run. He's had so many great matches. Sting is undefeated and has built this amazing run. And now, this past Wednesday, Sting and Darby Allin became the World Tag Team Champions and the culmination of what I thought was one of the best AEW shows ever. So I thought maybe the best Wednesday Night Dynamite ever this week on TBS. And definitely what a journey it's been. And I can't wait for March 3rd, Sting's final encounter at AEW Revolution on pay-per-view.
What goes into the success of a run like Sting? Because is it how much input do you have? How much of it's his input? Like, what's the breakdown there of that?
He's doing the work. He's doing the wrestling. I mean, it's my job to make the matches, and I'm giving Sting the direction and the story. And then Sting's gone out and made the magic. I mean, I'm back there drawing up plays, but Sting is the quarterback, and he's the man, and he's one of the greatest ever to do this.
And then on top of that, I mean, some of the stuff he's still doing. I mean, he's, but the stuff Darby does is crazy. It's insane. It's there's word you can't describe it. The stuff he does, but Sting seems like he's trying to keep up with Darby in some of those. I was with Powerhouse Hobbs a few weeks before the Collision, and it was the night after Dynamite. He goes, that man dropped me 10 feet on my head onto a table. And he's in his 60s doing this.
Unbelievable. He's one of the most unbelievable pro wrestlers I've ever seen in my lifetime as a fan growing up. And now to have him still competing, over 60 years old, Sting's been doing this. And to go back to the network he helped put on the map and help put Sting on the map, TBS, 36 years later, and have Sting on top. And he was retired for a long time. And he took years away from wrestling. And after being out of the business for years and not wrestling for years, he's come back and he's had this run. And we're approaching 3 years since Sting's first match back. And it'll be at Revolution, the 3-year anniversary of Sting's comeback match. And that he'll have his retirement. And it's pretty incredible to think Sting's final encounter coming up so soon, March 3rd at Revolution, and just really excited about what's happening in AEW.
Sting and Darby against the Young Bucks, the corporate Bucks, whatever you want to call them these days. A kind of change with Matthew and Nicholas, what we've seen the past month out of them, and they want the smoke in that final match between with Sting and Darby.
Absolutely, they do, and it'll be really, really exciting, I think, and really interesting, to see what happens. I mean, the Young Bucks have their first match of the year coming up tonight on AEW Rampage, and then we'll see what happens. I think I'll have to, if they were a ranked team, they could certainly be great challengers potentially. But on the other hand, I think even whether it's a championship match or not, I think the idea of Sting and Darby versus the Young Bucks at Revolution makes a lot of sense and would be a great match. I do think certainly Sting and Darby now being the World Tag Team Champions sets up for such a great retirement match potentially for Sting.
You will have championship matches on that card, though, on March 3rd. Like I mentioned earlier, Orange Cassidy stopped by yesterday with his international championship in the book bag.
Which he's defending, by the way, before then.
That's what he said. He said Roderick Strong wants to wait. He said, screw it, I'm not waiting, though. I'm going to keep defending this title. He's working. He's a working champ.
Saturday Night Collision, Orange Cassidy versus Tomohiro Ishii. That's a big deal. That's going to be a great match. Really excited to come into Vegas with that big match with Orange defending the title. And Ishii is one of the greatest international wrestlers ever. So to have somebody like him come from New Japan and challenge for the international title on TNT tomorrow night on Saturday Night Collision, that's one of the dream matches for me. They've never gone one-on-one, Orange Cassidy and Ishii. And then to have this great opportunity to have Orange Cassidy wrestle his own partner who they've never faced off. Ishii, the 6-time New Japan never openweight champion, would be a great international champion, and that would potentially be a great match. Ishii versus Roderick Strong at Revolution. So a lot of great stuff.
And then the championship match that you guys that we just found out about on Wednesday at Dynamite, we kicked off the show between Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland. Then no winner in that one. They went the distance. So you decide, you know what? Hey, we're going to go 3-way.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. I think with them having gone a 30-minute draw, the match at Revolution, that's what we all want to see is Samoa Joe versus Hangman versus Swerve in a 3-way. I can't wait for that match. That's going to be great. World title match. Samoa Joe is such a great world champion, and I can't wait to see him defend it against both Hangman Page and Swerve Strickland.
Swerve Strickland, just his stock is just rising, and he is becoming one of my favorite guys on that AEW roster. When that music hits and he comes out, he has that aura around him right now. He has. How would you describe? I mean, how would you describe what you've seen out of him lately?
He feels like a star who's continuing to rise. He's been a star for a long time, and he just only continues to get bigger and bigger. And the fans have gotten behind Swerve. Certainly his rivalry with Hangman Page is iconic in wrestling. I think it's one of the best rivalries ever in AEW, and one of my favorite wrestling rivalries ever is Swerve versus Hangman. And I think now to have them wrestling each other and fighting in a 3-way versus Samoa Joe for the world title, I can't wait for that at Revolution. There's so much great stuff coming up on that card. Revolution's going to be awesome, and I can't wait for that. Timeless Tony Storm taking on Deonna Purrazzo, the #1 contender. That's going to be a great match. So it's going to be a great show, and I'm really excited about it.
And then, of course, when you have Strickland out there too, you got Prince Nana with his great dancing ability as well. So
yes, Prince Nana's a great dancer.
Well, we look forward to the next time you guys come back through St. Louis. Tony Khan, thank you so much. Really looking forward. March 3rd, Revolution, Sting's final match. It's going to be one heck of a night.
I really appreciate it, Joe. I can't wait for Revolution, and it's great to see you again.
Mungenast St. Louis Acura would like to upgrade your current BEV experience. The new ZDX offers the performance that you expect from Acura, but upgrades your ownership experience with our award-winning team. Whether you're looking for a more convenient charging solution or an upgrade to a new vehicle, come in today and make a reservation for the all-electric ZDX coming soon. Mungenast St. Louis Acura, better than ever for you.